Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Brittany Maxwell Tegmeyer. I'm a marriage and family therapist with a specialty in seeing kids. And my partner is,
Becky Rowlett. I have my PhD in developmental psychology, and I'm a licensed professional counselor supervisor. And my specialty is adults.
yeah. So today we'd like to talk to you about being human and sleep. So, sleep is something that's really important to our mental health. And many people encounter trouble with sleep, and that may be either falling asleep or sustaining and staying asleep. So, Becky and I thought today we'd just touch on what it's like to sleep or struggle with sleep, what we can do about that. So, Becky, what are your thoughts or approaches to trouble with sleep?
I know we hear it all the time about avoiding blue light, shutting down screens. It is really helpful to try to take that time, like an hour before bed, like dimming the lights, sometimes an Epsom salt bath because magnesium helps your body relax is another technique. Tell me about your techniques that work for you.
Yeah. When I'm visiting with parents a lot, turning off media an hour before bedtime is a
Hmm.
huge one. Another one that I talk about with parents, in particular for their children, is finding a routine where you're building into making it to the bed, and the bed is safe for just the sleep. So you're doing all these other activities with cuddling or bonding and stories or prayers or whatever the nighttime routines are. They're building into eventually that kiddo making it into bed on their own, and the bed is just used for sleep. So it's not used for eating or watching TV or snacking or anything like that. So I think some of it's just preparing the bedroom and the bed itself, and establishing that for really good sleep.
That's a wonderful technique. I think the same goes for adults.
Yeah.
Like for some people, they having a tablet by the side of your bed so that when you're kind of having that mind racing, oh, what do I need to do tomorrow, blah blah blah, writing it down. Another technique is to once you've shut everything down and you're in bed, if your mind is still racing, you can pick a word like, for instance, calm, and think of any words that begin with a C. So complete, care, calculating, and then move on to the next letter. And once you get through that word, if you're still having issues, continue. It's just another way of distracting yourself and drawing attention to your sleep patterns, really.
Right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Becky and I were talking about sleep the other day, and I shared that another one that I really like to do. And these, coincidentally, the approaches that we're talking about for sleep also work really well for people that struggle with panic attacks. So I find that
Yes.
when I
Hmm.
suggest a technique, for a panic attack, I also think, oh, well, if you struggle falling asleep, try this too. Or if you wake up and need to go back to sleep, try these techniques. So they work hand in hand for some sort of relaxation piece for the body. But it is recounting your day backwards. And so what you can do is begin to think about the most immediate thing that you just did and worked all the way through your day to the moment that you woke up in the morning. And if you practice this over time, you'll find that you get more skilled at being really detailed about each thing throughout the day. So, what do you think's going on, Becky, when we're talking about these hacks, so to speak, for falling asleep? Why do those matter? What are they good for us as, in terms of sleep?
I think in some ways, the hacks, essentially, like you were talking about before, they're part of your routine.
Hmm.
And anything that becomes a ritual or a routine is soothing and calming because you know what's going to come next.
Hmm.
Your
Yeah.
thoughts?
Yeah, I like that. I think that's some of it. And then the other part is just finding a way to not be distracted with the million things, having the monkey mind, like the
Yes.
mind that's running for
Hmm.
so many things, and really beginning to focus in on one thing and staying focused on the one thing so the rest of our body can really relax, to slow down our breathing, slow down our mind into a more restful state.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I think other things that impact sleep, diet, exercise, being outside for some time.
Huge.
Yeah, those things
Hmm.
too. So take some inventory of how you are sleeping and how you feel affected by your sleep, and use some of our techniques if you feel like you could use better sleep. And thanks for joining us.
Thanks.